Hello, I am the programming Dunce, and in this video I will be discussing more complex variable types. These types can be either be defined in a library, a header file, or other resources in your environment. In most languages, including C, C++, you can define your own type as well. C and C++ allow you to define structs, unions, and enums. C++, as well as Java and C# allow you to define a class, which in turn is a template for objects. For this video, however, I will be focusing on the types C allows as well. This is actually the last video that is 100% C compatible. All future videos in this segment will include C++ only code. A struct is a defined collection of variables of any available type, provided that those types have been previously declared. It also cannot include a raw variable of that very struct. It can, however, include a pointer to another variable of that type. We go over pointers in the next video. I would then recommend the typedefs keyword so that you can give your new type a name. Otherwise, anytime you use your new type, you have to say struct type name if your type is a struct. The next complex type for this video is an enum. Enums are really just integers whose values are enumerated with a name. When you define an enum, you define what its values are called. While you can declare that value 2 or 3 is 2 or 3, you usually just let the compiler figure it out. In the curly brackets defining the enum, you should pick names that are relevant to the purpose of the enum. The last type for today is the union. You declare it and organize it like a struct. However, only one of the variables in the union is active at a time. Furthermore, there is no underlying mechanism for figuring out which value is active.
What I usually do is put a union inside a struct and put an enum inside with the union. You can then use the enum to determine what the active variable in the union is. Just make sure that the enum accurately reflects what the union is set to. Whenever you change the active variable in the union, update the enum appropriately. Looking at the desktop code I wrote, I've decided to incorporate a struct that has a union and an enum as well as a float and a character. The union can be either integer or character. The enum has the values it_char and it_int. In main, I declare one instance of our struct, which declares all of the variables inside of it. I assign some values to the variables of the struct and decide to give the union a character. Consequently, I assign the enum the value of it_char. I call my special print function, which checks the enum before deciding which statement to use. Lastly, I reset the union and enum for an int value and call that function again. In the next video, I cover two more important topics before covering object-oriented programming in video 7. The utility of arrays and the utility of addresses and pointers have proven to be invaluable. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.